Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 20th of July 2023. So just before going to bed last night I listened to a few songs, and the second to last song that I listened to was Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols. And then have a guess what the last song I listened to was, bearing in mind that I just listened to the Sex Pistols. I bet you won't guess it in a million years, but I'll put you out of your misery. It was Lily Marlene by Marlene Dietrich. So how eclectic a musical taste is that? You couldn't get more different if you tried. But I was thinking, mate, and this might be why these songs are so radically different from each other. And I'm going into really a backwater of the truth movement, truth and freedom movement. A lot of people in the movement might not have even heard of this, and I don't know too much about it myself personally, but apparently music and musical instruments, etc., were all tuned to 432 hertz back in the day, but kind of around the 1940s, 1950s, it was changed to 440 hertz. I think there was a move in about 1939 to kind of standardize tuning of instruments or something, and so it probably came in on a gradual basis, so that by the 50s, early mid 50s, it was all at 440. And well, the official story, as I say, was to standardize it all, but unofficially the theory goes is that 432 is kind of a natural resonance, harmony, in tune with the earth and nature, and 432 is supposed to help your spirituality. It's supposed to help your health generally, whereas 440, it doesn't sound like it's a much difference, but 440 puts you out of sync a little bit. It's supposed to affect your intuition, perhaps make you more docile and compliant, who knows. So because of that, people think that it's a move by the powers that shouldn't be to kind of keep the population under control a bit more. But it's a fascinating little subject, isn't it? And if you know more about it than I do, feel free to message me. But I did come across a video. I'll leave it in the link in the description box below the link, and you can kind of see this guy talking about it in a bit more detail. And then he goes on to play a guitar, a few little tunes on his guitar, first of all at 432 and then 440, and you can kind of tell the difference. Personally, I found the 432 to be just a little bit nicer and more soothing, but I don't know, I wasn't doing it blind. I could see which one was which, so that might have just been the power of suggestion. I did try it out on my wife Lorraine, kind of blind. She didn't know which was which, and funnily enough, she preferred the 440. So when he starts doing the guitar bit, I'd suggest you kind of close your eyes and do it blind, and then see which one, because he varies it between the two frequencies. It's not always that the 432 is the first one and the other one's the second one, kind of thing. But just see which one you find more harmonious, and leave a comment in the comment section below if you find a preference. But I thought that was quite interesting. So after that thing, we talked about, me and Lorraine, we were talking because she said she came across this thing. I've seen this before, but apparently there was a book written in the very late 19th century, I think around about 1898, 99, somewhere around there anyway. And it was all about this huge, great ocean liner hitting an iceberg and sinking in the mid-Atlantic or North Atlantic. Well, you know, that's obviously about 12-15 years before the Titanic happened. And Lorraine was saying, yeah, has this kind of stuff just been going on, you know, forever? Or how long has this stuff been going on? You know, people write about stuff, and then lo and behold, a few years later, it tends to happen. You know, we've seen this with so many other things, haven't we? You know, a certain thing that happened in 2001, for instance, there was a lot of things to suggest that that sort of thing might happen, you know, which came out a long time before that particular year. And also a lot of stuff that seemed to be predicting 2020. You know, the opening ceremony of the 2012 London Olympics comes to mind. So, yeah, just how long has this sort of thing been going on? And is it kind of a way for the powers that shouldn't be to kind of warn you what they've got in store, which they believe is some kind of thing to get them off karmic consequences, which is what they believe in their sick and twisted minds. Lorraine put forward quite an interesting thing. She was saying maybe instead of that, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy type of thing. So if someone writes about a big ocean liner sinking, it then somehow sets up a psychic thing, something in the universe which manifests to make that thing actually happen some years later. So that is another interesting theory as to why this kind of thing happens. And then another theory, this was put forward by Thomas Sheridan quite a while ago. I saw a video of his where he was saying that when a huge event happens, you know, very shocking event happens, like the sinking of the Titanic or 9/11 or whatever it might be, it kind of sets up a psychic shockwave that sort of goes both forward and back in time, and you know, people, sensitive people, pick up on that shockwave and then produce works and things which seems to predict the future. So I found that a very fascinating theory. It's a bit out there, I've got to admit, but it is a very, very fascinating theory, I thought. So yeah, what do you think about that? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Although for my money, some of these events, yeah, there's more than enough evidence to suggest that there was some kind of foul play going on there, and that things certainly don't tally up with the mainstream narrative. So I think the first thing where the powers that shouldn't be are just warning you about what they've got in store to absolve any kind of karmic comeback on them is probably the most likely out of those three, I would say. But the question is, as Lorraine asked, just how long have they been up to this sort of thing? Is it hundreds of years? Is it thousands of years? Who knows? I really don't know. So I'm going to finish this video with just a few things I've got planned that are coming up. I just thought I would let you know about them. And yeah, first of all, this coming weekend down at Hope, Sussex, there near Battle in East Sussex. It's the home ed place that I've been talking about quite a lot in videos in the past, but they've got basically it's like a music festival there, which is going on, I think it's Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and they've got lots of speakers, lots of bands, lots of stuff going on there. I'm personally going there just for the Saturday during the day. I'm not staying there for the evening, and I think it's almost sold out anyway, but I'll leave a link to where you can get tickets in the description box below, just in case you want to go and you still haven't got tickets. I think you need to buy tickets in advance. You can't just turn up there and hope to get in. Then the second thing, this is happening in early August. I think it's the 3rd to the 6th of August. It's basically the first Thursday going through to the Sunday, and it's the Jam for Freedom Festival up, I believe it's near Harlow there in I think it's Essex. Anyway, up that sort of way, just northeast of London. And that is a similar kind of thing, not only music but lots of speakers, lots of stuff going on, stalls and all sorts of stuff. And Lorraine and I will be going there for the full event, the full 3 days. Going to take our tent up there, and yeah, again, I think there's probably tickets still left over, but again, probably fairly close to being sold out. But I'll see if I can leave the link to that in the description box below as well. And then the third thing, I've got a few other bits and pieces that I'm probably going to be doing as well, but the third thing I can talk to you about is just a reminder of the Black Country Living Museum meetup on the 16th of September, obviously this year. Myself, Lorraine, Lee from the Veritas Vincent channel, Marty from the Marty Bucko channel, and our and their respective other halves will all be there. And yeah, quite a few people have already said they're going. If you haven't heard about this and you think, oh, I quite fancy a sort of trip out on the 16th of September, which is a Saturday, you'd be very welcome to come along. All you got to do is just buy a ticket from the Black Country Living Museum. We're going to be meeting there about 11 AM, and just buy a ticket direct from them. I'll leave their website in the description box below. There's going to be a lot of links in this under this video, but I'll leave their website. You can't actually get tickets from them yet. By the looks of it, you'll probably have to wait until the start of September, but I'll give you a reminder then. As well, but I just want to give you a heads up now so you can put the 16th of September in your diary. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for now, and I'll be back tomorrow. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.